going on, everybody? So yes, the Dodgers ended up winning that game 3, the first game in New York, which was good to see, 4-2. Sadly, they did lose the next game in New York as well, but then they were able to get that very next game and beat them. I think it was like 7-6 final score, something like that. I don't know. Every time I kept going back, it looked like the Dodgers had just got up or tied the game, and then the Yankees were coming back, so then I just stopped watching the rest of the game after like the 7th inning. But yeah, luckily they are champions. Even just this Friday celebrated a big old parade and stuff in LA, so that was pretty cool to see as well. So yeah, congrats to them. Definitely well deserved. Even Freddie Freeman winning the MVP, pretty obvious. Hit multiple home runs, including that grand slam in game 2, something like that, in that victory. So yeah, either way, congrats to them. I'm very happy for my family, who are way more bigger LA Dodger fans than I am. But yeah, still rooting for them and glad they're able to get the victory for them. The ex-Duke player Paolo Banchero is really ascending early in this season right now in the NBA, and he had his career high game pretty recently. He had 50 points in that game and a near triple-double. Also had 13 rebounds and 9 assists, but apparently he is now going to be out indefinitely with a torn oblique. It's kind of like the area right under, like, it's like the side of your body, I guess, around like the ribs and area. Apparently he tore one of those sides. So yeah, when they say out indefinitely, that doesn't mean the whole season, but it could also mean that too, because they just know the severity and if he probably is going to get 100% surgery and all that stuff, or if it's just a pain tolerant as of right now. But hopefully it's not too long, because he just had his career high and then gets his season cut short right now. But hopefully he will be able to return soon. And Duke star freshman Cooper Flagg apparently is the first men's college basketball player to sign officially with Gatorade, so that was pretty cool. He was able to accomplish that the other day. I know Juju Watkins, Paige Beckers, a couple of the other women's basketball side had signed with Gatorade. I was kind of surprised that no one on the men's side had yet, but yeah, congrats to him. Obviously, he's from Duke. And then, yeah, for his performances last week, Anthony Davis, in the first couple of games to start this season, he got Player of the Week on the Western Conference side, averaged 34 points, 11 plus rebounds a game. So yeah, definitely well deserved. Sadly, after that 3-0 start for the Lakers, they did lose their next 2 games, which sucked. But then, luckily, they were able to get back in the win column against the, sadly, Toronto Raptors up there in Toronto, 131-125. Anthony Davis with 38 points, 12 rebounds. LeBron James also threw in 27 points and 10 assists as well. So yeah, luckily, they're able to get this victory. I think they had lost to who? The Suns and the Cavaliers to start the road trip, but yes, luckily back in the winning column, as I said. And there's a lot of nice preseason watch list accolades that the USC women's basketball side are gaining as of right now. Read through them pretty quickly here. Obviously, the star Juju Watkins is named to the Ann Myers Drysdale Best Shooting Guard watch list. Also, Talia Van Olhoffen was named to the watch list for Nancy Lieberman as the best point guard in the nation. Kiki Ariafin was named to the Katrina McCain watch list for the best power forward. And Raya Marshall as well was named to the Lisa Leslie watch list for the best center. And all 4 of those women are on the Naismith Player of the Year watch list as well. Watkins, Ariafin, Olhoffen, and Marshall as well. And there was a pretty interesting recruiting update for them as well this last week, where Kate Harpring, I believe I recently talked about her. I think she was like the number 1 player in the 2026 class on the women's basketball side, and she had recently visited Duke, was when I talked about her, but now looks like she's visiting USC and came with a pretty nice picture. Pretty much the whole team that's there right now took a picture with her on her unofficial visit, and her parents looked happy and stuff. So yeah, at least both my teams look like they're going to be in the running for her down the stretch. Obviously, still over a year for her to decide, but hopefully she'll end up choosing some of the better schools out there, in my opinion. And four-star local linebacker Madden Far Emu did recently set up an official visit to USC on November 30th. So yeah, coming up at the end of this month. So yeah, he only set that one up in another school. So hopefully it's just these two schools that are coming down the stretch. Yes, sadly it is also Notre Dame. But yes, hopefully since they have the last visit, they will make a lasting impression on him. Or at least the last impression of any schools in that matter. So hopefully that's what they have good going for them so far. And a 2026 four-star defensive end, Jaraylin McCoy, says USC is in his final three and he is going to announce his college decision January 2nd. So yeah, it's obviously going to be more than a year ahead of when he can really do this officially. So it's good that USC is in the running, but either way, if they don't get it, they still have a chance at getting his commitment at some point, in my opinion. And yes, during that Rutgers game, Mekhi Lemon, the wide receiver, had over 256 yards of all-purpose yards. So that counted receiving, if he did do any rushing, but also like punt and kick return as well. So yeah, he definitely put up the stats and looks like he's going to be the number one wide receiver moving forward in this offense. And even the offensive lineman, Emmanuel Pregnon, put up, for at least PFF, he was the highest graded guard in week 9 in all of college. So yeah, that was great to see. Led a lot of categories from PFF. So yeah, congrats to those guys. And hopefully they can continue their winning ways on this Saturday against the Washington Huskies. So it looks like head coach Lincoln Riley is going to be closing practice to all reporters for the rest of the year. I guess it worked last week against Rutgers, so I guess he's just going to stick with it for now, see what ends up happening. He also updated about Gino Quinones and his injury. It looks like he's probably going to be trying to sit out the rest of the year, but also get it as a redshirt medical year, so then he can have basically after this season 2 more years, because he does have one left officially to be able to come back, but he also wants that extra one just in case, because he has missed pretty much this whole entire year. So hopefully get some good news on that front. And ex-USC wide receiver Velus Jones Jr. is looking like he's going to sign with the Jacksonville Jaguars after being let go by the Chicago Bears. So yeah, good luck to him and the rest of his NFL journey. And the USC women's soccer team is ranked number 4 in the nation, so that's great. I believe they're still waiting for their opponent in the Big Ten tournament, so hopefully they will be able to get some more wins there. And obviously Duke on the women's side is the number 1 team. And even though they clinched the ACC regular season title last week, they still had to play against their rival in number 8, North Carolina, and were still able to get that victory 3-2 the other day. And obviously they're still number 1 in the ACC tournament. I believe they have to wait for like North Carolina versus Virginia Tech, whoever that winner is. So maybe it's going to be another rematch of their rival. So that'll be pretty cool to see, and hopefully they can get that victory as well. Even the USC women's volleyball side, they did get another victory against UCLA 3-0. So yeah, that's a couple sweeps by them against their hated rivals. So yeah, that's always great to see, in my opinion. And apparently the men's Duke basketball side has set up a future date in 2027 to play against Arizona in Vegas, but it's going to be the first ever college basketball game to be played in the new Vegas Raiders Stadium, Allegiant Stadium. So that's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully Duke will be able to get that victory over the next couple years. And then, yes, the Chargers did make a couple moves. They did sign linebacker Caleb Murphy to their practice squad and also upgraded center Sam Mustipher to the active roster. So don't know if that means Bozeman is hurt or they're just adding depth alongside, maybe for a guard position. Who knows, but we'll see what they do. I know the trade deadline is coming up. They still haven't made any noise, but hopefully they can make a couple of trades here and there to help out this roster for the rest of the season. So yes, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.